about credit score because that's important to me. That's important to me. How's your family? Has there been a lot of divorces? Can I go to the next family reunion with you? I got to see them drunk uncles. Come on, y'all. I need to see the family. I need to know what family I'm getting hooked. These are questions we need to be asking when we're dating. I need to know what family I'm getting ready to get hooked up with. Women, y'all need to ask your brother, how many kids do you have, like, for real? How many do you think you have? Could you have one in Mo City? You have to ask lots and lots of questions during the dating process. Get out of this old funny feeling of love. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 do. That could have been indigestion. That could have been your digestive system fooling you. Sisters, it's very challenging for a sister to get a husband. It's much easier for a man to get a wife because there are about 8 women to every man. So sisters, you have to be straight up with a man and you have to let a brother know, look, we have somewhere between 2 at the max 3 years to date. After 2 to 3 years, that's it. Because really after a year, you should know if there's going to be a second year. Because you cannot waste my time. Here's a mistake that I see a lot of women make. And there are some older women here who will tell you that they made this mistake. They let guys drag them out for years in the dating process. Watch this. And they gave that guy the best of their years. See, one day, sisters, you're going to be older. Things are going to start changing. Stuff that used to be jacked up going to start dropping. You're going to need a little extra makeup and some extra dye. Somebody better help me. Just tell your neighbor, stuff is going to change. So what I'm saying is don't date a brother and give him the best of your years because you're never going to be able to get that youthfulness back at that level. And what women do, because they're young and naive and desperate to be with someone, they'll live with a person for years without a commitment in marriage. You have to say you got a 2 to 3 year process because you're not going to drag me out. Because I know who I am. I know my value. I know my worth. And, man, if you don't want all of this, something wrong with you. If you don't want all of this that God going to hook you up with and bless you with, something is wrong with you. Amen. Because I'm telling you, you be real and you take care of me, you treat me right, I'm going to take care of you. I'm telling you, you treat her right. If she's a really good woman, she'll be the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. Come on, somebody. You have 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years. Don't let it go 4 or 5 years. No. You're going to date, right? And you know what dating is? Dating is collecting data. You taking notes year 1. You watching those red flags. You marking down when they had an attitude and a mood swing. So you got to be taking notes. You got to be taking notes when he didn't call you when he said he was going to call you. And when he didn't show up on the date at time, just keep taking notes. See, this is the time to be collecting data, somebody. Do not let a man drag you into dating over 3 years. The goal is marriage, not dating. Don't lose your best years. Don't let him hang around. Amen. Don't let him hang around. You got to have a standard. Now, men and women, whew, will hang around a man, and he won't marry them, and they hang around. And these women are what I call space holders. They hold in the space till the real woman comes. Don't you be a space holder. Oh, that was rich. They hold the space until the real woman that he really wants show up. And the moment she shows up, peace, I'm out. He gonna drop you so quick. You holding a space. You're just holding a space until the real woman shows up that he really wants to be with. But you the one would be at fault because you let him hang around. See, you let him hang around. You let him do this kind of stuff, somebody, when you should have released him long time ago. Because you have to know your worth. You have to know your value. Don't let a man play you like a baby grand piano, because some brothers will do that. See, some brothers should have never got your digits. Some brothers should have never had the interview. Some brothers you should have never allowed to follow you on social media. Let me ask you a question. Why would a man marry you when you're giving him everything like a married woman? This is how men think. I'm trying to help sisters. I'm not trying to be hard. I'm not trying to bash you. I'm trying to get you to thinking. I'm trying to get you to think how men think. This is how some men think. Why should he marry you when you're giving him everything that a wife gives him? You give him free weekend trips, dinners, night-overs, massages, cook food, recreation, valuable time, and sex before marriage. You play house, you live together, you do everything that married couples do. No wonder he's not in a rush to marry you, because he's getting everything without a commitment. I'm trying to help somebody. Never give wife duties at girlfriend prices. Woo! Never give wife duties at girlfriend prices. Because when you give a man sexual favors without a commitment to marry, you reduce your chances of ever getting married. This behavior happens when you don't know your value. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. Because when you lower your values, you lower your value. Sisters, you have to tell the brother, I don't have time to play games. Don't waste my time. I got 2, 3 kids, and I don't have time. I got bills. I don't have time to play games. I need a responsible man. I need a kingdom man. I'm trying to have a godly family. I'm trying to leave a godly legacy. Don't waste my time. I want a relationship that God is going to bless. I don't have time to play games anymore. This is not Parker Brothers nor Mateo. I don't have time to play games. I'm looking at the clock that I'm against. And let me say this, God isn't going to bless any mess. So single people, I'm encouraging you, stop dating these ers. Liar, cheater, manipulator, womanizer, procrastinator, complainer, and loser. Raise your standards. Come on, somebody. Date with the intent of marriage for the kingdom agenda. How can this marriage give God glory? How can God take our marriage, watch this, and turn it into a ministry? Because when you get in the kingdom, sister, guess what? You can tell the brother, I don't need you for your money. That's a blessing. But that ain't what I need you for. I need you for your ministry. I need you to pray for me when I'm having a mood swing, when I feel stressed, when I've been at work all day and on my feet. I need to know, can I come home and you can settle me down? I need to know if you know how to minister to me and pray for me. I want to know if you know how to take that pressure off of me. I want to know if I came to you and say, baby, look, I need just 3 months off. I need a sabbatical. Can I get some rest? And you can say, baby, good, look, I got this. I got this. Get your rest. I got this. See, you have to date with the intent of marriage for the kingdom agenda, because marriage is holy matrimony. Marriage is holy. How can God use our marriage as a ministry? No, most folk never go into it that way. All we think about is who I can get booed up with, who I can be hooked up with, who's going to love me, and I want some sex, and I want some romance. You never think about how can God use our marriage as a ministry, and we can help other young couples. We can tell them about our struggles and how we made it through the fire and the flood, and God can be glorified in this marriage. And let me say this, just because the person is nice to you, make money, has a banging body, pretty face, has a BBI, L, yeah. I can't see. I have L here. I can't see. Amen. And enhancements. And just because he's tall and wealthy and he's in a six-figure tax bracket, it does not mean that person fits the assignment. See, that's what I want you to understand. I have to marry a person who fits the assignment. People pressure me, you ain't married yet. I'm like, man, I just came out of trauma, bro. Why you want to? Look, when the Lord blessed me with a person that fits the assignment, y'all better catch this. Watch this, because see, when your mate don't fit, your marriage won't function. It's like trying to put square pegs in round holes. See, there are levels and layers to this thing. Come on, somebody. There are layers and levels to this thing. You have to fit the assignment. You may not be able to handle the assignment. Some of you are praying for a certain description that you have in a woman and in a man, but when you see their responsibility, you may not be able to fit and handle what goes with the assignment. Oh, some of you all want a millionaire. God, I want to be married to a millionaire. You want to be married to a doctor. You want to be married to a pastor. You want to be married to an actor. You want to be married to a pilot. But here's the question, can you deal with what comes with that? When the business owner, the millionaire, has to travel 2 or 3 times a month and he's not home, can you handle that? Come on, when the doctor has to work crazy hours and the nurse has to work crazy hours, can you handle that? If you want to be married to an NBA player and he's gone half the year and there's groupies everywhere he goes, can you handle that? Be careful what you ask for. You have to be able to handle the assignment, the schedule, what comes with marrying someone who's popular, and you have to even be careful when you're marrying someone in the kingdom, because the question is, can you handle the demon attacks that comes with it? Can you handle the assignment? So you just can't say, I want to be with this person. There comes a lot with that. Schedule. And the schedule conflicts. And when the kids have Little League and you can't be there because you're gone and you have to drop them off and you have to be there with them, can you handle that? Proverbs 3:5, trust in the Lord with all of your heart and do not depend on your own understanding. This is so important. Trust in the Lord. The Lord knows you want to be married. The Lord knows you want to have some sex. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek his will in all you do. And he will show you which path to take and what person to marry. But you got to do what verse 5 says. You got to seek his will with all that you do. Amen? And then you have to say, Lord, you know I want who you want for me. But God, can you please make them attractive to me? Don't be telling me, oh, he make a lot of money, and he's so nice, and he's so kind. But he, okay. Be real. Be real, somebody. You gotta have somebody that you like looking at 3 a.m. in the morning. You gotta be happy with what you have. Shakespeare even said, "To thine own self be true." I mean, why would you pick somebody small chested and you know you like double D? Like, why would you? Why would you go with somebody on the slim side and you know you like thick, man? Come to thine own self. Be true. If you like somebody dark and lovely, get somebody dark and lovely. You like yellow high bone, if you like brown, do what you do. Get what? Lord,